And now activate Monster Reborn to revitalize Final Form in attack mode!
Well, that was something.
Hey, welcome to the Final Form.
We are back.
Yes, we are. It feels like we're always on hiatus.
Yeah, that's sort of a Jedi Dropouts thing these days.
Yeah.
We need to start making planned summer breaks, because summer always ends up being busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
But things should get back to normal now. It's September.
Well, as normal as we can have it here.
Yeah. I'm Ryan, by the way.
I'm still Mitchell.
Yep. And
we're back to talk about animus.
yes, we are. For anyone who's followed along episode to episode, we're still going to do Spirited Away. We're just kind of interjecting an extra episode to make up for lost time.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of plans for Spirited Away. So
yeah, more schedules to try and line up. So Spirited Away will be coming, but
this one's just Ryan just said, "Hey, how about we just do Yu-Gi-Oh?" I'm like,
so
yeah.
Bit of a backstory here. Recently, I don't know, it wasn't that recent, I guess. Within the last couple months, myself and James were recording an episode of Jedi Dropouts, and he made a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh, the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes.
And I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he said, "Yu-Gi-Oh, you know?" And that's when we realized that I co-host an anime podcast and I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh. Literally nothing.
And to give you my backstory, I played the game pretty hardcore, well, as hardcore as you can in a small town, up until midway through the third show. Not the third season,
okay.
The third show, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
We should talk about all those crazy shows. I looked at a list of them last night. The names are nuts.
So what gets nuts is progressively the hairstyles get crazier and crazier.
Okay.
Except for the second one, where his hair is the most normal out of all the protagonists. And ironically, I think he's the weakest of the protagonists.
Okay. So that's I don't know. I didn't realize, I guess, how widespread Yu-Gi-Oh really was.
Oh God, was it ever?
Because for I think what it was when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, when Yu-Gi-Oh really blew up. This was just after I'd gotten out of the whole Pokemon craze.
Yeah.
So I remember in my mind being like, "Oh, that shit's for kids." When I was like, when did this air?
Oh,
early 2000s?
Late 90s, early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, so I was born in 90. I was still a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that was my mindset, you know. It's that phase of being a kid where you're like, I'm not a kid anymore.
I was 10 around the time it came out.
Okay, so I would have been 9.
No, you're older than me.
What?
I thought you were older than me.
No, I'm younger than you.
Huh.
I'm the baby of the podcast.
Huh. Well, anyway, it was right when I started getting my first allowance.
Okay, yeah.
And a couple of stores in town started selling the packs.
Yeah.
And I was already hooked on the animation and the bombastic voice of Dan Green as Yugi and Yami Yugi.
So, is it the same voice actor?
Yes.
That plays both the, I'm going to call them the Gohan and Goku versions of Yugi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That's the same guy. That's Dan Green.
Okay.
He also, for a while, voiced various characters in Sonic the Hedgehog. And
okay.
A lot of 4Kid stuff. He was often in Pokemon.
This I didn't realize it was 4Kids when I started watching it, but holy shit, this is 4Kids.
No, this is 4Kids at peak 4Kids.
Yeah.
This is the one that's the most infamous for censorship because... Oh boy!
I was looking up some stuff after that.
Pokemon was general audience with a few Japanese, more intelligent towards kids. Meanwhile, 4Kids is like, no, children belong in playpens.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh was aimed more at late kids, early teens.
Okay, yeah.
And then you have to remember the Japanese concept of let's treat kids a bit more maturely. So the most famous thing Yu-Gi-Oh love to do is replace guns with fingers. Everyone's just dramatically pointing at someone, like holding you hostage by pointing a finger at you. Some of the edits are so good you'd never know, and some of them are like, his finger grow like 4 times the size.
So And just to go back to how big this was, when I mentioned to my wife that we were doing Yu-Gi-Oh, and I said, I finally got to watch Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time. She's like, "Oh, you mean like the first time since you were a kid?" And I was like, "No, I've literally never seen the show. I don't know anything about it." And my wife, who does not give a fuck about anime, was like, "My God, I played the game. I watched the cartoon. It was, it was like a staple part of her childhood too."
Yes. The only thing I know about people who didn't enjoy it were people who were so hardcore into Magic the Gathering that anything that was a trading card that was not Magic the Gathering was immediately sacrilegious. So, and there are still a sect of old Yu-Gi-Oh players and old Magic players that if they meet each other in a card shop, it's instantly just death glares.
I will admit, it's heavily lifted from Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, any card game has some roots to it. But at the same time, I've tried Magic the Gathering, and my first immediate response was,
I love Magic the Gathering. I am hardcore.
It's too slow. That being said, though, I've tried playing modern-day Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I feel like it's on crack. It's going way too fast. Like,
oh, yeah?
You dump your entire hand in one go, and I remember back in the day where if you had, like, you took forever to get anything on the field by today's standards. Now it's like 5 different special summons, half your deck goes on the field, and you put the deck back in the deck zone, and your graveyard doesn't exist anymore, and I'm like, oh my...
Yeah, they get complicated when you get really... Like, I don't know the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! At all.
Yeah.
But just from comparisons to Magic the Gathering, which I think it's pretty close. It's pretty similar.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading somewhere last night that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was originally... Like, the title was originally... Oh my God, it was Wizards of Magic or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like very clear, like the game was influenced by Magic the Gathering.
To the point where there were 3 types of cards: your monsters, your spell cards, which used to be called magic cards, and trap cards. They had to change it to spell cards after the first few seasons because Magic the Gathering was like, whoa, you're confusing people there. You can't say magic cards because we got magic cards, and
Fair enough. Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's always one guy I met wherever I went who was so obsessed with both he tried to combine the 2 card games together.
Oh God!
And nobody understood what they were like. It was always someone different with their own separate rules, except for they all hated that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had to change from magic cards to spell cards.
I don't know.
But yes, luckily 4Kids didn't try to adapt the original season of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which was not based off the highly marketable card game.
Yeah.
We refer to it as Season 0.
And that's of the second series,
no,
right?
The Season 0 is what happens before the anime.
Okay, I thought I read somewhere that it wasn't until no, that's the manga. It was like 3 arcs in or something before they introduced this specific game, Duel Monsters.
Yeah, and it exploded in the manga.
Yeah.
So while they decide, let's redo the anime and let's just... The original Season 0 was very dark, very differently animated, everyone's a little bit off model, I find. It's like very surreal. Yeah. It's like if you grew up on the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And you watch Season 0, it's like not quite Salvador Dali, but your brain's like everyone feels tilted. But the original one, oh my God, there was no way 4Kids could have censored that. No. The main character pretty much either kills somebody or mentally destroys somebody every episode.
Gotcha.
The people he does it to are usually like, oh my God, you are a horrible person, like rapists, burglars, arsonists. Yeah, no one's gonna grieve for you, but kid, you are pulling out some satanic shit really easily. But we'll just discuss the original.
So you were on this from day one.
Yeah. I only dropped it when they changed to the second show.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I forgot the name of the second one. I know the third one.
Hold on, GX? Is
GX,
that right?
that was it, yeah. I couldn't get into GX. GX is peak anime logic, where Duel Monsters, the game, has gotten so big, you can go to school for it.
Oh, boy.
Basically, basketball and hockey. No. The world revolves around this card game. If you don't have, some basic knowledge of how to play Duel Monsters, You can't function in the world.
I love how every anime, or not every anime, but like 99% of anime finds a way to put people in a school.
Yes.
Some way.
5Ds basically just makes more sense where it's basically, okay, the game is boring now. Let's play card games while driving in a speed racer style kind of motorcycle race. So you gotta win the race and win your duel.
That makes so much sense.
And if you're going fast enough, you get bonuses for your cards.
Now that card game I'd play.
That launched the infamous meme, card games on motorcycles!
Jesus.
Hey, you say? What? Card games on motorcycles. Card games on motorcycles.
So, there's not really a whole lot to set up here in terms of the story.
No.
Because this, like, let's be real here. This cartoon is like, hey, let's sell some cards.
It's a giant advertisement, and there's a handful of good storylines to it, but most of the time it's just, here's this awesome card game. Here are some likable people and some unlikable people playing the game.
Just because a cartoon or a kid's show is set up to sell toys does not mean it's not good.
I mean,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Transformers,
even Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yes,
Dragon Ball was not. Dragon Ball Z was made to sell.
Everything Dragon Ball Z is meant to sell.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's one thing I noticed from episode 1. Like, I'm used to with this podcast now. I start an anime.
Yeah.
There's a way that an anime type show starts versus how Yu-Gi-Oh starts.
Yep.
Because an anime is gonna set up its end game in episode 1. It's going to be like, here's the end goal.
Or at least its first major end game.
Yeah, like the first arc. You know, it's going to say, here's the end goal. Let's work towards that.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't do that.
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, let's show you some fucking monsters.
Yeah.
It's a very, very basic premise. And honestly, like, watching it, I felt like I don't know. It reminded me of the first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of could.
Just in terms of its tone, in terms of its very general, like...
There's some serious moments, but it's more...
Yeah. It's like, hey, here's some characters.
It's basically kind of... It starts off kind of slice of life-ish with big epic drama as well. Yu-Gi-Oh! Quickly goes into the whole saving the world via card games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there are so many times that someone just pulled out a gun, everything would be solved.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many maniacal despots who are like, I'm taking over the world, or I'm taking over this business or this country, and nothing can stop me. How about I challenge you to a children's card game? Well, I'm already all powerful, but I can't refuse.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, though.
Yes.
Like it's funny because story-wise, it is simple. People play the card game. They want to be the best.
Yeah.
That's basically the story.
It.
However, it's not just a card game, because it's like a card game, but we're going to play in these special arenas that show the monsters in our cards in like fucking 100-foot forms and battle each other. And also, the kid has this ancient Egyptian artifact that turns him into a deep-voiced man.
It's literally possession of an ancient spirit.
Yeah.
It's basically, move over, kid, I'm driving.
But there's a bunch of these artifacts that different people have, and like it's bizarre.
Yes. The thing is, what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of those great stories where the viewer cannot take it seriously. Mm-mm. Do not take it seriously. But the characters in the world have to take it seriously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've seen shows where they've tried the reverse, and I'm like, why would you ever do that? Because then if you do become invested, you become uninvested because you get pulled out because the mood because of the characters.
I want an example. I'm curious.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and I had one while I was driving here.
So what you're saying is a show that the characters don't take it seriously.
They take nothing seriously,
but the viewer does.
They want the viewer to take things seriously. It's basically a bad it was a comedy I'm thinking of, but they didn't want you to treat it like a comedy. Like,
okay.
Oh, I can't remember now. That's gonna bug me for the rest of the day.
Well, if it comes up, then it comes up.
Yeah, if it comes up, I'll just randomly shout it out.
Yeah.
But
this show is something else, man.
Look, there's a This show is also really important to internet meme culture because this is the show that created the Abridged series.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not
Little
realize
Karibo's
that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged Episode 1 is the show that launched the 1000 Abridged series.
Well, that's amazing. That's a legacy.
It is a legacy. He's only just now got up to the final season of the first show.
Oh,
and this has been going on
wow.
for 10, 12 years. I can't remember when I first started watching.
Well, I mean, it's time consuming.
It's time consuming. It's a one-man project. He occasionally will get, like, someone else to voice a character, but he voices pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
So, sometimes when I'm watching the show, I'm like, that's not Taya's voice. Why doesn't she sound like a guy trying... Oh, right, because it's actually a woman voicing her originally.
So, one thing I want to bring up here, I have a theory on this show.
Sure.
I have a theory about something specific that happened.
Sure.
Something I noticed that, and I looked into it, was not present in the manga, in the creation of the character, in the animation style, in the way the character is written, but is very present in the voice acting. So I think they did this on purpose. Mm-hmm. I think when they dubbed this show, they decided, hey, this character's named Joey. He should be Joey from Friends.
He is Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn.
He is Joey Tribbiani to a fault.
But as a guy who tried to watch Friends and found it boring,
I'm not even a Friends fan.
I definitely see if there's not some, like, if it wasn't intentional, it's so subconscious.
He's not that bright.
No.
He is kind of like the butt of jokes in terms of his, just like he doesn't quite get it sometimes. Yeah. And he has that overdone Brooklyn accent.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm walking here. It just seems like they're like, how are we going to voice this Joey guy? You know what? Let's just do Joey from Friends.
Yeah. Funny thing is, though...
and the time period, this was peak when when I looked up the numbers, like 30 million people were watching Friends at this point in time.
Yes.
I think they did it on purpose.
His Japanese name is Jonochi.
Yeah.
And he does have like a tough guy accent.
Yeah, okay.
I guess the easiest way to do that was Brooklynite, and then they just rolled with it.
There's no way.
Like, no one's going to say Jonochi every day.
No.
So they're going to call him, I don't know, what's Jonochi, Joey?
There's no way it's a coincidence.
But the thing is, I grew up hating Joey, and I still can't stand him.
Yeah.
And one thing always ticked me off as a kid growing up. He got my absolute favorite monster.
Oh, yeah?
And I felt like he would never knew how to use it. But the thing is, he had different cards than I had. But later on in the first season, his signature monster becomes the Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Oh.
The weaker counterpart to Seto Kaiba, the big main rival's Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes. Which is a reference I now get, James, if you're listening. Literally the reference he made is the first episode. Yep. Yeah. The first fucking thing they talk about. Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, I grew up building a Seto Kaiba inspired deck.
Okay.
But using red eyes instead of blue eyes. I was obsessed with the red eyes. I had a deck with 3 red eyes black dragons in it. It actually, for a few years, against my friends, it was, I want to say, pretty decent. Like, it wasn't like I was tearing up the neighborhoods with my Red Eyes deck. No, but whenever I won, my ego immediately spoiled the Seto Kaiba proportions. And Seto Kaiba is still a character I fucking love to this day because he just walks in a room and he steals the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he has like a Doctor Doom level of ego, and he's rarely wrong. Like Doctor Doom, it's like, there's a reason this ego exists. Yeah. It gets knocked down, but 2 days later, it's back to full strength, and you're like, didn't you just learn a life lesson? I did, but then I remembered I'm Seto Kaiba, so I forgot it. I don't care for your life lessons. I paid to forget it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he has more nuances now. I mean, he's a really good big brother. Like, that's his entire character.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Season 1, his brother gets kidnapped, and he goes to the ends of the earth to save his brother. Huh. And it doesn't work. No. Well, the first main opponent is...
Wait, what do you mean it doesn't work? Do they kill the kid?
No. They turn the kid into a trading card. Oh. And then he loses a game to win his brother back, so he gets turned into a trading card. Jesus Christ. Well, soul put in trading card, but yeah.
That sounds like killing to me.
It's 4Kids' way of hand-waving killing. 4Kids invented something called the Shadow Realm, because all this magic comes from this dark, purpley world hey, what if we just, instead of killing people, put people in that shadow world? They're not dead, they're just lost in the shadow realm. And sometimes, yes, someone was not killed, but their soul was ripped out and used as a prize.
Okay,
so it could be put back in.
Technically,
yes. But other people were straight up gangsta killed, but they didn't show the body, so because 4Kids edited around that and said, yeah, he fell into the shadow realm. The bad guy's not going to release his minion, but he's still alive, and Yugi will save them off screen when he beats the big bad. We just won't mention it anymore.
Yep, he didn't die. He just fell into the place where he's not alive anymore.
Yeah. One example is there's a Saw-like card game. Yugi's playing against an escape artist magician.
Okay. And
every time they take damage, this buzzsaw moves closer and closer, and it's at ankle level, and they're both like clipped to the floor, like shackled to the floor.
Wow.
And of course, the magician's an escape artist, so he's gonna escape regardless. He doesn't. But in the dub, they turned the buzzsaws into big green energy discs. As soon as you touch this energy disc, Yugi, you'll be sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually, the buzzsaws and the feet thing, that kind of reminds me. I watched the new Child's Play last night, and it was a lot of fun, but there's a kill that involved some feet and a buzzsaw. And, yeah.
They were inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh!
Must have been.
But there's like a whole bunch of like insane things like that. There's one duel on top of a skyscraper, on top of the plate of the glass, looking down all the way to the ground floor. If you lose, a bomb will be detonated and break the glass, and you'll fall to your death. I mean, fall to the Shadow Realm.
Because the Shadow Realm is the ground. It's like their own version of the ground. It's lava, right? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, the people playing were going to cheat with parachutes.
I don't really know what to get into with this one, because usually we get into
the plot, the characters.
Yeah, like the deep plot, the cast of characters, the art style. I don't really have a lot to say about the art.
The art style is what made me hooked on the card game. I love the monster designs.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a point. The monster designs are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, they're really unique. Some people say nowadays they're generic, but it's like 10 plus years of making monster designs.
I really liked I forget, I didn't really keep track with a lot of the monster names. In the first episode, when he combines the cards to make this one...
Oh, Exodia.
Yeah, I love the design of that. I thought that was great.
Oh yeah, Exodia is fucking sweet.
Yeah. And
I've always found that they just... Almost every dragon in the whole series looks fucking sweet. Even like when they make childless looking dragons, they still look pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of like monster families, like Yugi's Dark Magician is his signature monster. Well, there's a female Dark Magician girl.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of other little magicians that look a little bit like it, like inspired by it. I like that. Like it basically, it's like a group of monsters. Like there's not just the Blue Eyes. There's a bunch of Blue Eyes counterparts. There's a fusion of the Blue Eyes into a Hydra-like thing.
That's cool.
If Rise by Dragon has a whole bunch of fusion monsters, a whole bunch of Red Eyes cards. That nowadays the Red Eyes are... You can build an entire deck of all unique Red Eyes cards.
Oh, okay.
It probably would not be playable as all hell.
No, probably not.
Because, anyone who plays any card game, you try and play a card from year 1 and year 10 plus.
Yeah.
That card's probably not feasible. Unless it gets a lot of, this is a legacy monster. We just have to keep supporting it, even though by this point it's on life support. And
Bonna's snoring loudly, of course.
I thought she was in defense mode.
Yeah, no, she chilled out.
Yeah. But
she always does eventually.
That was one of the things Yu-Gi-Oh! Got really well, but also really badly. It was supposed to market the card game to you, but the first season does not teach you how to play it. Like, they break every goddamn rule.
See, that was one thing when watching it. I was thinking, now, does this game have really weird rules, or are they just not following the rules in the cartoon here?
In the first season, they're not following the rules.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Season 2, they shake things up by introducing the actual card game rules at the time.
Yeah.
With a few, let's twist the rules a bit for plot dramatics, which makes sense. I mean,
of course, yeah.
Any show I watch, even when they have like chess games, they're going to break the rules of chess just a smidge to make things, if chess is important to the drama. If two people are just playing chess in the background, it's going to be a normal chess game. But if someone's life is on line for chess, someone's going to break the rules somehow, or fudge the rules, or the camera angle won't capture it just right, so it looks like someone did a bad move. But yeah. So I mean, it gets so crazy. He starts Yugi at one point sends a monster to destroy another part of an opponent's monster, which causes it to crash down and kill all his enemy's monsters. That is nowhere in the rulebook.
No.
I send my Dragon Knight on my catapult turtle to destroy your castle and its flotation ring. Without its flotation ring, it crushes all your monsters and I win. What?
Yeah.
It almost sounds like, when kids were basically trying to make their own rules for laser fights or whatever. They're like, no, I have a laser-proof vest.
Oh, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like, oh shit, what is that version? 1 second now, I gotta look this up.
Sure.
There's a variation of Magic the Gathering. Unhinged. Magic the Gathering Unhinged. Okay. Where the cards have rules that completely break the game. It's a comedic version of Magic the Gathering that they officially released.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at a couple cards here. You and target creature's controller have a staring contest. If you win, destroy that creature.
Yeah.
It's completely ridiculous.
I mean, I never played the Pokemon trading card game because that game is really weird in my opinion in terms of understanding it. But there are official cards like that, and there's only Yugi himself does not appear on many of the trading cards.
Okay.
But one of the ones he does is called Friendship, or something like that, where if you and your opponent shake hands, your life point total become equal.
Huh.
Why the hell would anyone agree to do that?
Yeah.
Except for there's another card you can activate at the exact same time, which forces you to shake hands. But you don't have to actually shake hands because, germs.
Hmm.
Huh. Yeah. So he only appears on weird cards like that.
That's interesting.
No one would actually play.
It's bizarre, yeah.
I know. Because he's
and they just release those in the standard sets.
In the standard sets,
That's weird.
Or in box sets for here's a box set based off Yugi's anime deck with actual playability.
That is weird.
What I love is one of the most famous lines in episode 1 is, "My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards. They're all trash cards." Even by that point, when the first few packs came out, they were all trash cards.
Of course, yeah.
Only good ones he had were Dark Magician, Summon Skull, and Exodia, which he then loses because that's too OP.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is there's a thing called the Heart of the Cards, where if you believe in yourself so much, you can draw whatever you need.
That's what we gotta talk about. Let's talk about...
So, yeah, while it is busted how powerful Exodia was, Yugi, or the Pharaoh, as they call him, the spirit, has the power of the Heart of the Cards, and also divine magical powers that he can draw whatever he wants, whenever he needs to. And it's, that's overpowered. Most of the duels, when Yugi is dueling, you have no interest in it, because you know the outcome.
Yeah.
Even though he loses a few duels.
Yeah.
But overall, his duels, the games themselves aren't interesting, but what happens around the games, who he's fighting, the banter back and forth, the who's at stake, what's not at stake, kind of things. Those are interesting. Duels with Seto when he's against somebody else feel like, he's a chess master playing against some novices. And you get to watch this guy with a giant ego crush people. It's fun. Joey's games are always I'm going to risk everything on these gambling cards because I've got stupid luck, but I'm also an idiot, so oftentimes this blows up in my face.
I was watching last night and just thought about this. And it, this show doesn't really strike me as anime a lot of the time because I feel like the basis of it, the tone is much more like we were talking about, those kind of shows.
Transformers. Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. But there was the most anime moment of the, five episodes that I did watch. He's battling somebody, and somebody plays this card, and they're very confident in it, and as soon as he does, it zooms in on half his face, the shadow over the eye, the one half grin, and just the, ha. And I'm like, holy shit, I've seen that in
so many anime.
Every anime. At some point, someone is going to confidently do something against the protagonist, and that protagonist knows it's coming.
Just waiting for it.
Just the half smile, ha, with the exact same shot with the shadow over the eye. I knew you'd do that. That's why I played this.
Yeah.
And, it's...
Yeah, that's just... I know.
And I'm like, okay, yeah,
there's the anime.
There's the anime.
You couldn't get too far from it. You tried to get out of it. You tried to be an 80s toy commercial.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
But yeah, I watched a few anime toy commercials, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the most Western toy commercial, which I can see why. That's probably why 4Kids wanted it. Because they could, help license the cards and make a buck off that. And yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! For a long time was their biggest catch. It wasn't even Pokemon for a while, for I understand. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a lot more rights problems because Yu-Gi-Oh! is owned by Konami.
Oh, I did not realize
that. For like 3 years, the only good thing Konami had tied to them, in my opinion, was the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they were screwing up everything they were doing.
Yeah.
They're kind of getting their act together right now.
Are they?
Kinda, not by much.
Okay, they've got a ways to go.
They've got a ways to go. They're like, oh right, we used to make games.
Yeah.
How about we release some nice bundles of them? Yeah. Should we release them at a decent price? Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to make up for the Kojima shit.
They're never going to make up for Kojima shit.
No.
Well, it's not so much the Kojima shit. It's trying to release a Metal Gear game right after getting rid of him, and Metal Gear Survivor.
Yeah.
Nobody bought that.
No.
No.
So when you say you've watched other toy commercial style anime, besides the obvious like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, I guess.
One of them actually is one of my favorite animes of all time.
Oh yeah.
The King of Braves, Go Gaiga.
Oh, that's what that. Okay, yeah, because I guess it's.
It sells a new robot every.
Is it like Power Ranger style in terms of like giant monster battles? Yeah.
It's made by the guys who made. It's made by Takara Tomy, the Japanese equivalent of Hasbro. They're the ones who make the Japanese Transformers.
Gotcha.
And they're transforming toys they sell every few weeks. Like,
okay.
Here's 5 episodes with this robot.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next robot we introduce. Here's 5 episodes with him. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. My only complaint with Go Geiger was they never released any of the Monsters toys.
Oh.
I have a handful of the figures actually myself because they're that well designed, that cool. But it still feels more like bombastic anime than.
Okay. Yeah.
There was still a Monster Week formula.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that was made to sell toys, but the people behind it were like, "Oh, let's actually do something.
Let's tell a story too."
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of the ones we've mentioned did that. I feel like the Ninja Turtles cartoon did that.
It tried to in places.
Yeah.
It wasn't always the best at it.
No.
I mean, I love Transformers G1, but no, that one did not try to tell very good stories at times.
No.
But Beast Wars was originally sold toys.
Yeah.
I think Beast Wars' story holds up today. It's one of the best writings for children ever.
Yeah, fair enough.
And yeah, it tried to sell toys.
Yeah.
But they couldn't animate a new toy every week because the computers were on fire.
Yeah.
They decided, let's just write a really good story that'll suck everybody in, and they'll buy the toys. And
it worked.
Oh God, did it work? Beast Wars was one of the best.
Our generation, absolutely. It's a point of reference for our generation.
Yeah.
For pretty much everyone. Like I feel like. You could talk to, I don't know, you could talk to somebody these days who is completely removed from all geekdom. They're not involved in this kind of thing. And you mentioned Beast Wars, and like, oh shit, yeah. I had this sick Cheetor as a kid, right?
Yeah. Oh, I had all 3 Megatrons.
Yeah.
On a side tangent, ever since then, Transformers, whenever they go Japanese, it's not that good. When they go back to the West, they try and let's have another small ragtag team just like on Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing that. And it tends to work pretty well. I mean, they're never as good as Beast Wars in my opinion, but Transformers Animated is the second best Transformers show I've ever watched, and it still holds up. Transformers Prime tried to do the same thing, but I didn't think it did a job very well. It's apparently sacrilegious, but But going back to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
There is not really much to the characters. I mean, every character seems to just have their role. And the main female lead, Taya, I forget.
Didn't even catch her name.
Anzu is her Japanese name.
Okay.
The only thing she says is friendship, pretty much. She's a repeat. You basically just... She's in the background going, oh, Yugi, you can win with the power of friendship. Friendship.
Oh, yeah. Every episode.
Yes. But the thing is, she's so much of a white noise to me, I tend to not even hear her when I was watching as a kid.
So there's a group of main 4 friends, right?
Yeah, there's Yugi.
Hold on. Let me explain this. There is Yugi, our main character, who is both Gohan and Goku.
This sense, yeah.
We have Joey Tribbiani. We have Friendship Lady. And we have a guy who I only noticed for the first time 5 episodes in. When they got together and huddled about friendship, I was like, wait, where did he come from? Has he had a speaking line?
Tristan does not have much of a speaking line. He doesn't play
That's his name, Tristan?
in Japanese, his name is Honda.
Honda.
He drives a Honda motorcycle, too. But yeah,
now I'm wishing...
his English name is Tristan Taylor.
Oh. Okay.
With his giant pointy hair in one direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tristan is basically just... I'm the generic guy in the background.
It would have been way more fun if they had E Honda as the 4th member of this crew.
I like to think that his dad in the Japanese is E Honda, and he's very disappointed in his son being so skinny.
Yeah, man, E Honda would be sick at Yu-Gi-Oh. That super rapid.
Oh god,
fist,
just drawing so many cards.
Yeah.
Disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
mean, there are some ridiculous duelists as well. I would not be surprised if they had a sumo guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah,
a lot of friendship.
There's a lot of friendship, and
you warned me.
I warned. Did I properly warn you enough?
I thought you did, and then they talked about friendship, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I get it. And it wasn't out of place.
No, it wasn't out of place.
But I just didn't expect it again the next episode.
The next episode.
Yeah.
And the next
and they kept doing it.
Yes. Like the first time, it was like, oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of sweet.
Cool.
And then it feels like the next episode, what do we tell for doing this episode?
Yeah. Well, when the first time they do it, it makes sense. Because it's the kind of thing, in the beginning of an anime, you set up the premise, and then you
do a basic thing to describe each other.
And basically, you pose the characters in this way of okay, and now they're going to set off on their journey, and they're like, you know what, guys, we can do this. We're gonna.
We got each other's backs.
Yeah,
and it also makes sense because Yugi's grandfather, his main sort, I don't even know if we ever see his mother in the English version, but his mother is in the Japanese version. But his grandfather is his father figure. It's his main, the person he's closest to is hurt and old and sick.
Yeah,
Grandpa's always sick.
Yeah,
but it makes sense. For your friends to we got your back, man. We know it's a tough time for your grandpa. He lost a game of cards and gave him a heart attack.
Yeah, okay.
Although
we can all relate to that.
It's more explained because the holographic monsters are like, whoa, what's going on? Oh, I'm too old for this crap. Why would you do that to me?
But yeah,
basically, your family is hurt, and we're your friends. We got your back. That feels natural. Next episode. Nothing really that intense is going on. Why do you have to be that intense with friendship?
Literally every time he wins a battle, it's friendship. You guys didn't do anything. You guys were just over here.
You are basically the cheerleaders. And eventually, after all, some guys actually get cheerleaders for what they're doing.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm just like, just take out the pom-poms, Taya. Just take out the pom-poms. Tristan, you too. I mean, I'm not going to... you can have male cheerleaders. We should, stop discriminating against male cheerleaders.
Yeah.
They work just as hard.
They do.
Just could you two learn a different routine? Change his name. Something different. Maybe do a cartwheel or something.
Yeah.
Just, and Joey becomes a card game player too. He becomes a pretty good one in the context of the show, but anybody who tries to emulate his actual playing style ends up losing a lot of coin flips and dice rolls because, if you don't roll a 6 on this turn, you're going to take extra damage. And if you're anything like me, well, you probably were born by being shot out from underneath a ladder and passing 12 black cats and smashing into a mirror. Because whenever I need to rely on my luck, I get the worst of it.
So I had to bring up a list of the spin-offs.
Yes.
Which are very clearly titled. It's good if you're going to have a bunch of different spin-offs in the same universe. It's nice to have very distinct titles. Yes.
You want to. This is part of this universe, but this is this show.
Yeah, Gundam does it well.
Yes. Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit Gundam 00.
What is it? Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Right,
Seeds.
very distinct, memorable, specific titles.
Yes.
such as Yu-Gi-Oh! R, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains.
I think it's supposed to be Arc 5.
Oh, Arc 5.
I think.
V,
Don't
5.
quote me on that. I've heard that before.
Yep.
There's also Capsule Monsters.
Capsule Monsters.
Which was an original 4Kids creation where they're like, hey, we want 12 episodes of a different game for Yugi and his groups of friends to play, and we're going to write it even worse than we usually write Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my god.
It's even more bland and boring.
Wow.
And we'll let Tristan and Taya try and do things. What do you mean by try? Why are you leaving the room? Okay.
Oh, we can't forget the original films.
Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Movie, Pyramid of Light, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time, and Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, which sounds like a Pink Floyd album.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pyramid of Light, I actually went to see that in theater.
Oh, yeah?
If you went, you got one of 4 cards.
Did they have it at...
We had it at our cinema.
At the Grand Cinema in
we
Port
confused the guy who ran the cinema because we bought 5 tickets.
Oh.
For one person each.
Okay.
Because we wanted to get the specific cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be confusing.
And you couldn't do that in big cities, apparently, because they were pretty much like, no, one per person. But this is a small town, and he's like, all right.
Yeah.
You want to pay like $10 for another ticket for one of these pieces of cardboard? I don't care.
Yeah.
He was still confused by it, and he wasn't sure he was allowed to do it, but he did it anyway, because we just said, come on.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't sold out here.
No, it wasn't. It was pretty popular, though.
Yeah?
Because it took place right in the highest point of the original series.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now, thinking back to it, I remember I went to see Pokemon the movie at that theater. I went to see Digimon the movie.
God, I hated the opening of the Digimon movie.
I don't remember anything about it. I remember going to see it at the theater. I remember being really excited about it. I don't remember shit.
No, that's fine. The movie itself is alright, but like the opening they did because of Fox Kids.
Well, wasn't, like, not to go off on a Digimon tangent, we're going to have to cover Digimon at some point
God,
soon.
yes.
But, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that movie actually 2 movies?
3.
3?
3, I think, cobbled together.
Yeah, they cobbled...
It was at least 2 stuck together that don't belong to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But they did it in such a brilliant way, in my opinion, of how they stuck these 3 movies together.
Okay.
It was not well edited. It was
Yeah.
not well paced, but the concept was, that's pretty smart.
I don't remember anything. I don't even remember the story of this movie.
No, I don't remember the story exactly. I just remember the opening being this... Another TV show wanted to watch the movie, and they made a big fucking deal of it. And it's this really awkward paper cutout animation.
Oh, okay.
And it was not, like, anything endearing. Like, you watched it in the theater, like, okay, get to the movie. And then you come back and try and rewatch it years later. It's like, we're a bunch of teenagers. Let's rewatch something from our show. Oh, this is annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
And now as an adult, I don't want to go back to that.
I think that's how I felt when I went back to Pokemon, the movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, I loved that as a kid, and going back, I was
I didn't like the opening to that movie, so that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine if you didn't like the first, like, Pikachu's parade, Pikachu's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's... You had to sit through that, yeah.
Didn't they have Vitamin C doing music in that?
Probably. There was a lot of random crap in that movie.
Yeah.
So very many not fitting songs.
Yeah. Very, very much. So Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
You got anything else here for Yu-Gi-Oh? Any other points to touch on?
I'm just gonna say this. I still adore Yu-Gi-Oh! It's my bag of cheesies.
Yeah.
I don't take it seriously. Every now and then I just want pure cheese, and this is it.
Yeah.
However, the fan base to it, they've actually started, like, redubbing it, as I understand, with the original Japanese, like, uncensored.
Oh.
Which, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that ever really took off the ground. I don't know. I heard about it years ago, didn't care enough to look into it. I like my Yu-Gi-Oh! As, with the terrible puns and the terrible...
Yeah.
Terrible friendship.
I think I might watch more. Like a lot of the times when we cover something and...
It's long.
Yeah, and I get so far, we do the episode, I don't go back to it a lot of the times.
No.
But I might, just out of pure, like...
Morbid curiosity?
Not even that, but, like, for those times when I'm like, I could go for something completely mindless right now.
Yes, it's very mindless.
Yeah.
I believe you took it with some mind alterations involved as well?
Certain... I indulged myself. Let's leave it at that.
So it might be the perfect kind of show for that, too.
I was not entirely sober. And
we'll leave it at that.
It worked. So, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! This was fun.
This actually made me want to dust off my cards, but they're back at my cards.
I gotta be honest. This I don't know if I'm definitely not looking to invest in another card game, but I'm hauling my Magic the Gathering out. Thank you, Bana. That's a good time for that noise.
I think she was shaking her head. No, I want attention, not cards.
Yeah. She is our blue eyes white bulldog.
Yeah.
Actually, she doesn't have blue eyes at all.
Yeah, they're brown.
Yeah. Close enough.
I'll shake your paw.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a good little, this is very last minute.
Yeah. But it was very easy last minute. It wasn't like Gundam intense plot or character.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the point of this too.
Something nice and simple.
Yep. Next time we need to do one of these, it'll probably be Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Digimon would take too much brain.
I don't even know if I need to really go back and watch anything. I could just.
Yeah, I did not go back and rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I can play a lot of the classic scenes in my brain.
Yeah.
Hi, Bana.
You couldn't have made it through the whole episode of sleep.
You almost did, girl. Now you want to try and crush me.
Yeah. I don't know if we have much in the way of anime-related news or anything.
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, usually there's something to talk about. There's something that's getting adapted or something like that. But,
I mean, now we're just waiting on things being released.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is I've been watching the anime of Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
That's something we should cover
when the first season's done.
Yeah, after this first season, because I know you were really...
the manga was basically something I read every now and then. Something, and the anime is pretty well animated and very well dubbed. I think the voices are pretty good. So I'm enjoying it, but it is basically anti-Yu-Gi-Oh! You need to have your brain focused, because there is legit real-world science.
Okay.
Heavy real-world science. They tell you how to make soap and how iron is made, probably smelted iron, glass, magnets.
There's been a few animes that have taken off since we have started, even just this year. Dr. Stone, Shield Hero has gotten a bit of a following. I don't know anything about it.
Shield Hero is a manga I read for a while. It was alright, but when the anime came out, it was re-exposed and caused a big controversy because of one of the first story plot lines. Which is, I'm just going to say, false rape accusations.
Timely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of worked in the story, but still not great.
Yeah, that's something you might want to cut.
But it was a key part of the main character's hate of women.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And... again, it's not like you can't tell a story about that.
No, but you need to you gotta have some nuance, you know?
And some people said there was nuance, some people didn't. I basically just read the manga and I was basically just trying to digest this. I can't really say it was a good or bad story. It was a story I was reading because at the time it filled a niche for me.
Yeah.
And then as soon as something else came along, I haven't read the manga in a year or two now.
And what's the other one? There's another one that took off recently.
Fire?
Oh, yeah, that one. There's a Firefighter one.
Fire Force. I don't remember. It's made by the guy who made Soul Eater, which was not an anime I liked.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize that.
But it took off.
Okay. Oh, and... let's see if I get the title right. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. It was just that was that's such an anime title.
That is such an anime. It's another story like Overlord.
Okay.
Except for I found it incredibly boring.
Oh yeah.
I could not make it. I made it through episode 1. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. That
was bland setup, but many animes have had bland setup. Let's watch episode 2. Halfway through episode 2, I just closed Funimation and I was like, no, I'm done. I can see where this story is going. It's going to be very top heavy.
Gotcha.
Which I wasn't in the mood for. Every now and then you want to watch something brainless and that's eye candy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But Reincarnation Slime was just so predictable. I didn't care.
Nah. That's really all we got here. There's not a lot of anime news that I can think of, which is funny because we haven't done this in a while.
Well, also the two of us have been busy, so we haven't exactly been keeping our ears to the ground trying to listen for news.
let me see. I'm just gonna look through some anime news. Is there anything? No, I see literally nothing. But one thing that we haven't talked about in a while that is exciting. My Hero Academia comes back in what? Let's see. It's the 18th of September as we record this, and it comes back on.
It's October, I believe.
October 12th.
Nice.
Less than a month.
Nice.
We're less than a month from season 4.
Which I will once again be watching every morning after work on Saturday.
I'm probably gonna end. I kind of want to do that, but like the binging has worked well for me because I find once I start, I want more.
Yeah, there's no wrong way to watch that show, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, if you really can't even wait if you can't wait for the dub, you can go immediately to Crunchyroll for its sub, like instantaneous sub.
Yeah,
like aired at the exact same time. So
that's intriguing as well.
That's intriguing for those who have absolutely zero patience.
Yeah,
or just prefer subs.
Yeah, true.
Which I will always defend dubs, but I will never get mad at someone who likes subs only.
It's personal.
It's a personal preference. Just don't force someone to go against their preferences. You can suggest it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I will admit, there is some nuance changes.
Yeah, of course.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Some Japanese words do not fit in those mouth flaps.
Yep. You are not wrong. So yeah, I guess that's it for another episode of Final Form.
I think that's a pretty good episode.
Yeah. This was fun.
Yeah.
I may have to watch more of Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right. Well,
and thank you to James Moss for challenging us to do this. Or challenging me to finally watch it.
This is not a challenge for me. This is a cakewalk.
Yeah.
This is... like I said, I didn't have to rewatch this. I can play most of the episodes on loop because...
Yeah.
Like many animes during the late 90s and early 2000s, they aired a lot of reruns.
Oh, yeah.
Also, there's one thing I forgot to mention that Yu-Gi-Oh! Did that ticked me off as a kid. I may have mentioned it in an earlier Final Form, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the show that had a flashback inside a flashback inside of a flashback.
Did they?
And that was all in the previously on segment.
Wow. Yeah. I could see that, actually. There was one of the episodes I watched had like a real... Like, at the point I was like, wait, are we still in a flashback? Is this happening now? I don't know. It got a little lost.
But yeah, it was... Hey, remember that time we went to the museum? Yes, I do remember that time we went to the museum. We talked to this lady who shows a division of ancient Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the previously on segment.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Have a few clip shows, which is basically just nothing but flashbacks.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again for listening. We're going to be back with that Spirited Away episode that we talked about on the previous episode. This is kind of an in-between one. And we're going to look at doing some interesting stuff now this fall and actually try and keep a schedule.
Yes, we're going to try.
The fall, everything slows down in the fall. So
it does.
We should be good.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention.
Yeah.
I absolutely adored the new spin-off, Keep It Creeping. So
thank you.
You can plug that now because
yes.
I absolutely adored that. Although you and the co-host have no chemistry whatsoever.
No, none at all. Absolutely.
No, I just found it really fascinating how different your history with horror movies were. I mean, I distinctly remember watching horror movies even younger than you started.
Yeah, no, so for those who don't know, started a new podcast from Jedi Dropouts Productions called Keep It Creepy, where myself and my wife, we talk about a different horror movie every week. First episode is up now. You can find that everywhere you find the Jedi Dropouts podcasts. And it is different, like because I was such a fucking wimp as a kid. I'm like... You're
the kind of person that got the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're the kid for protecting.
Yeah, I kind of was. I was a sweet, innocent, chubby boy who could not handle the scary stuff at all.
Meanwhile, I was staying up late to watch Gundam and watch people explode in robots.
Yeah. I mean, I stayed up late to watch, like, professional wrestling. But, like, even then... Even with wrestling, there were professional wrestlers whose shticks scared me, like the Undertaker and Kane. It was a little like I was such a little wimpy kid, man. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Next episode should be up next week sometime.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun. And as always, you can check out episodes of Final Form, Keep It Creepy now, and Jedi Dropouts over at www.jedidropouts.podbean.com, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. All kinds of geeky stuff happening in all of those. All kinds of bulldog snoring happening in all of those.
Yeah. Snoring, snorting, right now pawing at me for attention. I'm already scratching her head. I don't know what she wants.
Yeah.
Do I need to grow a third arm for you, Bana?
See, we get into tangents. Let's get into a little tangent with my dog. My dog is never fully satisfied.
I can tell.
You aren't looking at her. She wants to be looked at. You look at her. She wants to scratch on the head then. You scratch her on the head. She's like, but you're not you're not close enough. So let me just get up on your knees a little bit. And then you let her up on the knees, and she's like, you know what? I'd actually rather be in your lap. So then you let her up in your lap, and then she's like, you know what? I think I'd rather be on the back of your fucking shoulders.
I live with a cat, and speaking here, I have more arm scratches than I have the last the 2 months I've lived with my cat.
Which, to clarify, she's not a violent dog.
No, she just has no idea how big she is.
She doesn't lash out. She just
puts her paw on you and scrapes across, and then she looks at you like, I'm sorry.
And it's less about the sharpness of her claws and more about the fact that there's 60 pounds behind them.
Yes.
And she does not realize. Yeah.
You don't know how big you are, girl.
Yeah.
But you got a face no one can even stay mad at.
You know what? She's very much like myself as a child. Sweet, innocent, chubby. Doesn't know any better.
Alright then. Well, I think we should call this episode to an end before we start railing about something else.
Yep.
God knows we'll go on a tangent about your couch.
We could. Let's start a spinoff.
That's it. I'm putting it into this. I'm putting this in. That's it. I'm going.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Later.